Come to the gate. Well, there you go. Turn around and come my way. Oh, there's another one. Volunteer Harold, I see you over there. Can you help me out over here? Teams that are already in the audience, my drivers and coaches, look at them. They're already ready for the driver meeting. If you have not made your way over, teams, I need 36 teams in the stands over by the football side. Bring your coach and drivers, and we will have driver meeting momentarily. Oh, also, game matches will all be generated. FTCScores.com. If you forget, like I just did, it's posted on the live polls that are in front of each fields. going to get ready to do roll call for driver's meeting in a second. So those of you who are just coming in from judging, I need your driver and your coach in the stand somewhere for driver meeting.
Well, we need to ask if they have a background.
While I give everybody a second to get over here, just a reminder, the state laws for COVID masks have changed as of today, so it is your choice to wear a mask. If you would like to, you do not have to wear a mask starting today on March 12th, so that's why you see some of us with or without. Again, your choice. All right, so we're going to do a quick check, make sure everybody's here. So, folks, look at me. I want you to raise your hand if you're here when I call your number and your name. But yes, I'm glad to see people are here. All right, start from the top of the numbers. Gallbots, 358. WHS, see up top. Marbots. Robo Knights 4348. Okay, you guys want to pay attention because there's 2 Robo Knights, right? Okay, so that's the 4348s. Kings and Queens. Suitbots. Suitbots, are you in the stands yet? All right, we'll come back to you. Java Bots. All right. Robo Knights 5285. Yep. La Cañada. Simi Valley. Patriotic Robotics. I love it when you guys wear colored t-shirts. I know exactly where to look. Alpha Genesis. Team Loki. Up the top. Blueprints. All right. Titan. Back. Gurus. Autobots. All right. Spectrum. Brainstorms. Curiosity. Wolfwork. Robo Heroes. Steampunks Bravo. Right in the back. Operation TAC. Second Rebellion. Second Rebellion. All right, that's our second team. We'll come back to them. Gala. Front. Omega Squad. All right. Incognito. Aztec. Next to him. X-Drive. All right. Transcendence. All right. Gator Bites. Okay. Green. Voltec. All right. Musketeers. On the end. Fountain Valley Robotics Team. The bread pan, yeah, it's bread pan, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And Cyber. All right, can we get a jump runner or a runner to go into the Suitbots pit and get Suitbots? And we have one more. Second Rebellion. You made it? Okay, great. All right, did Suitbots show up yet? Right there with the... and they'll look great with your uniform. All right, we are ready for our head referee. So you guys can just kind of kibitz for a minute and talk to yourselves. Our referees are gonna. While he's over there and he hasn't come back, some of you guys had some questions. So if you've done championships here before, we used to have 4 fields. If side and a green side. We are not doing that this year. We only have 36 teams. You will play everybody. So there's no green side and orange side. So you need to select everybody. And we'll play off at the end the way we normally do. So it's like a qualifier, just bigger. And and here he comes over now. So, while he's coming over, we are going to have 2 separate fields. So we're going to have 5 referees on one side, 5 referees on the other side, and 2 head refs, although this is your head ref, and I'm going to pass it over to him.
First of all, congratulations on getting this far. I want to thank all of you, all of your parents, all of your mentors, and everybody involved for all your hard work this season. I'm really proud of the way you guys have done your robots and what I've seen so far. So that's awesome. You're so good. Most of you are familiar with the rules at this point. Just a few clarifications that I want to bring up. One, for warehouse procedures, please remember it's 1 piece of freight out. If you are carrying 2 pieces of freight, as soon as you have the 2nd piece of freight or more, the 5-second count will start. If you end up with 2 pieces of freight or multiple pieces of freight, as you go out of the warehouse on your robot, that's going to be a minor penalty for each piece of extra freight you have. That is a freight operation or a warehouse operation. For another thing, make sure that when you are attempting to store any freight on the shared shipping hub, that the robot is completely out of the warehouse. I didn't hear that, sorry.
The outside of the white tape,
Okay, the edge of the warehouse is the outside of the white tape. That is the edge. Team shipping elements. I see one pass there. If you did not have your team shipping element inspected at inspection time, and say another team wants you to use a team shipping element that they have, you will need to get that re-inspected. Hopefully we can limit that to very few cases. Having team elements re-inspected every time can be a bit of a hassle. Timing. We have 36 teams here. We're going to be playing 45 games. We need to make sure that we are moving as quickly and as efficiently as possible. That means be ready to get on the field as soon as it is available. As soon as the action on field 1 completes, field 2, then we will start the randomization and we'll start to go. So that means make sure a member of the driver team or the robot is in place at the time that the field is cleared and ready to go. For delay of game, basically, if there's a team out there and we're ready to start the game otherwise, you have 30 seconds, and that's a minor. You have 90 seconds, and it's a major. And after 2 minutes, you're not playing. Is that clear? Be on time. Okay? You can't play it any other way. I'm sorry. And make sure that you're done if you can do the connection when you're in the queuing area, make sure that it's connecting and ready to go. Hopefully by the time you've gotten here, your robots are good and reliable and steady in that way. Uh, we're going to have to be a little bit harsh on that because we need to keep going. There are 2 question boxes, one for each field. If you have a question, make sure you go to the question box on that field, for that field. You have 3 matches afterwards to go to that question box and ask questions. The idea there that we can address it. Hopefully we can address some of the questions. We're going to try to give you advice of any penalties that get declared and just tell you these penalties were assessed. So we can avoid those. But again, we're processing pretty quickly here. Ducks. In order to complete the scoring of a duck, the duck must start against the sweeper bar, must go all the way around and be moved by the sweeper bar, and then must fall all the way to the floor. It can bounce off your robot on the way to the floor, but it cannot stop on your robot on the way to the floor. If it stops, even if it's trapped between the robot and the wall, if it comes to a rest, it does not count as delivered. Is that clear? Okay. Movement of hubs. The shared shipping hub is critical. Yeah. Okay. Shared shipping hub is critical that it not move from its location or be rotated, or it will affect gameplay. So if the base of the shipping hub moves more than an inch or so, that's going to be a major penalty. If it gets rotated more than seems fair, we will also be assessing the alliance-specific hubs are less critical, but if they get moved too far, they're also going to be affecting gameplay, so that is going to also get the major penalty. Yes, sir?
On delivering stuff, can you cover your hand over the carousel, like the next step, while the carousel is still in motion?
Okay, so the rules for placing carousels on no, placing ducks on the carousel. It'd be funnier anyway, the carousel must come to a complete stop before you place the duck on the carousel. If you can have your hand over it, but make sure that it's not close enough that it would be a potential safety issue. I'd say probably give it at least 6 inches or so that there's no possibility of getting your fingers trapped under there. The reason we want the carousel stopped is because it's a potential safety hazard. So that's also why that's a major penalty for placing a duck while the carousel is moving. So make sure that it comes to a stop. You can hold the ducks, 1 or more ducks in your hand at any point. Do not place a duck on the carousel before that duck won't count. Okay? And we will be watching for that. There are, again, if you do have a question, remember that we're not allowed to review video evidence, and the word of the ref is final. I don't mind you asking one question, but I don't want the same question to come back twice. Yes, ma'am.
Carousel before endgame, like if you line up in the carousel at like 32 seconds, can you do that and pick it up?
The question is, can you carousel before the start of endgame? The answer to that is, if you don't move the carousel when you contact it, yes. I would advise you to get close, but not touch it. Just because the act of touching the carousel, in my experience, usually causes the carousel to turn. So I would wait, and then I would just get close, and then move in once the buzzer sounds. That's my particular piece of advice. But if you think you can do it without moving the carousel, you know, the question is, do you want the minor penalty or not? I think I have one here, yes.
If an autonomous accidentally grabs a second piece of brake, you cancel the autonomous to avoid that penalty?
If the autonomous grabs a second piece of freight, you cancel the autonomous. Canceling the autonomous is a penalty. Is it major or minor? Major. Is a major penalty, which is going to be more than having the second piece of freight. So I wouldn't do it. We're still going to end up counting it. If the piece of freight happens to fall off within the 5 seconds, you're probably another thing. When we ask you if your robot is ready for randomization, once we ask that question and you answer it yes, you are not allowed to touch your controller except once at the very start of autonomous when the buzzer sounds, and then you have to leave your hands off the controller until the end of autonomous. If you touch the controller between when we ask you if you're ready for autonomous and the start of autonomous mode, you'll be assessed a minor penalty, a minor penalty plus any actions which depend upon the field elements. So basically, placing freight on the correct level will not get the bonus. We got a question up there. Spinning the carousel before endgame, does that apply even if there's no duck on the carousel? I think the rule is written if you move the duck in a scoring direction. I don't see any harm in moving an empty carousel. Yes.
Question about contact. At some other competitions, there's a lot of robot contact. How much is legal at this competition? Is robot allowed to run into
So the question is about contact. How much is quote unquote legal? Remember that the FTC games are primarily designed for you to be scoring, and for your robot to be acting in a scoring direction. If you're deliberately bumping another robot, that is against the spirit of those rules. We expect some incidental contact. We don't expect people to be other people moving you around. So I would not want to see people deliberately hitting other robots as a way to affect it. You know, if it happens because it happens, that's a different thing. And we'll make that determination on the committee. The question is, if two robots are attempting to score on the shared shipping hub, can one push the other out of the way so they can score? Is that the question? We're going to look at that as judgment call when we see it. I'm not going to try to do that. We're going to look at that, and if it seems to be you're actually trying to score rather than you're trying to game the system, then we'll probably look favorably on it, but it appears to us that you're just trying to game the system by bumping them, then we're not going to look favorably. Yes, sir. Can you come down here?
We need a microphone.
I know.
Yeah, we need a microphone.
So for drive coaches,
initialize those agents before or after randomization?
So your autonomous should be randomized before field randomization. So, or initialize, sorry. So you initialize your controller, and what I usually do when I ask for randomization is I will say controller. If I see that it's ready to play, then I'll say, okay, you're ready. Or I may warn you, are you going to run your own time? Because you can't touch it twice. Okay?
You got one in front.
Yes, sir.
So when delivering ducks, if the duck gets stuck like on your robot, do you have to like move out of the way to drop the duck to the
If a duck gets stuck on your robot while you're trying to deliver ducks, do you need to get rid of it before you try to store another duck? And the answer is no. It doesn't affect your ability to deliver ducks. It just means you're controlling a piece of freight. If you have a piece of freight and the duck, then you're going to if you have two ducks stuck, then you're going to get the count as well. So you can keep delivering ducks. That doesn't matter if one is stuck on your robot. If the second one gets there, you're going to go find you're not carrying those. Yes, sir.
If we're trying to get a game element in the opponent warehouse, is that kind of
There's no such thing as the opponent's warehouse. Both warehouses are non-alliance specific. The only time that you have to worry about the warehouse being alliance specific is parking during autonomous. During autonomous, the parking bonus only applies when you are on your own alliance's side warehouse. Other than that, the warehouses are complete there. Either side can go get.
like if I place my robot there in warehouse and I'm trying to intake and the other team tries to come in, like an opponent come in like one plus.
Okay, so what consists of blocking a warehouse? That's the basic question. If your robot is in the space, the easy way, in the easy way in and out of the warehouse, that's not blocking. However, if the other robot tries to get around you and you move your robot to block them, then you are shadowing, then you're so if you are parked where in the easy way in and out, that's not blocking. But if you move to intercept them while they are moving, that's shadowing. That's blocking. Okay, one last question. Yes, ma'am.
let's say a robot, duck gets stuck on your robot, but you keep delivering ducks, and then afterwards you shake the duck off. Is that still counted?
If the duck stops on your robot on the way to your robot, after it gets stuck on the arm, it's not counted as delivery. Period. So even if you shake it off later, it doesn't count as delivery.
You guys have already done your qualifiers. We've already gone through a lot of this, so I don't know if I let you stay all day. We want to start at 10 o'clock. Like Chris said, we've got a tight schedule. Just to remind folks, I got a call from headquarters earlier last week. We'll be advancing 3 teams to Worlds, so that might change your alliance selection strategy. But I want to share that up front, so as you're scouting, you can pay attention knowing that we'll let the 3 go. So the way the advancement works, you can look at it in the game manual, but Inspire Award winner is the first place, winning alliance captain, and then it goes to Inspire number 2, second place Inspire, and and then it goes to winning alliance, first team picked, and then you could go down through the list. But we'll pick the first 3, and if someone's already advanced, for instance, if the winning alliance is also in Spiral Award, we drop down another list until we get to our 3. Just on logistics, before I call out the teams that are playing the first 4 matches, as you might already have guessed, odd matches are on the far side by the parking lot. Even matches are over here on the football side. So I'm going to read through these. I want you guys to raise your hand when I call your name. So match, and I want match 1 on the field, match 2 on the field, match 3 on the queuing table, and match 4 on the queuing table. Oh, I should mention queuing tables. In the queuing table, and then you go out. We have the floors painted. Your cuers will point you in the right direction. And on 3, these are on the odd side. There's tables. There's separate tables. So match 1. I want you to raise your hand, and I want you to be on field 1, and then we'll start opening ceremonies as soon as everyone gets their robots on the field. 8039, raise your hand. All right, red. You're on the red side. 12525. You're going to be playing with them on the red side, field 1. Blue will be 8624. All right, you're on the field 1, playing with 5285. All right, your partners. All right, now we move on to even field. Field 2, 19510. Raise your hand. Great. You are red, and you'll be playing with 6272. Or 6372, sorry. 63. Oh, sorry. All right, you're on the red side, field 2. Blue side, 4625. All right, and your teammate is 7831. 7831. Oh, all right. Sorry. All right, now we go to the tables. Odd side, match 3, 14863. All right, you'll be on the table. You'll be playing with, you're on the red, and 7832. And on the blue side for match 3, the far table is 6282. All right, and your partners are 10298. All right, and then our last one is match 4 on the tables, on the queuing tables for the red side, 6436. All right, and you're playing red, and you'll be playing with 358. All right, and the next is on the blue side, 16321. All right, and your blue partner is 15091. All right, I'll give you guys 5 minutes to get your robots either on the field. All right, also. And then we're going to clear the pit. So for those of you in the pits, in 5 minutes, everyone's going to join the audience. I need to remind people, please do not have hot spots on your phone. It screws up the performance on the floor down here. So look at your phone, check if you have a hot spot. If you're like me and you don't know what that means, ask the person sitting next to you to check your phone. If you don't have a hot spot on, like I said, it messes things up. If you could come up to
Right here.
So who's doing the?
Folks, the stands are open. You're more than welcome to sit on the football side of the auditorium there. So we're about ready to start opening ceremonies. We will get going in a minute. We just want to make sure we have 2 robots on field 1, 2 robots on field 2, or actually 4 robots. And we'll get the viewing table set. So as we're filing in, I want to remind folks that even though masks are optional, we are still asking that everyone either be vaccinated or have a negative PCR test. So all of you should have wristbands on, and we'll be having spotters at the door to make sure that everyone's compliant to that. Brett, Hardware Inspector Brett, can you? Oh, there you are. Hardware Inspector Aaron. All right, all teams in the stands, let's clear out the pits. We are ready to start. If my pit runners can go through and clear out the pits, please.
Already, huh?
All right. Okay, guys, it's that time. Welcome to the Southern California FTC Championships for 2022. All right, good. We are moving into opening ceremonies, so what I would suggest to our teams here, guys, have a seat right in your little box. Sit on down. Guys, have a seat. Make sure your robots are off. We don't want to run out of power. So turn your power off, guys. All right, thank you. Well, as I said, welcome to Monrovia High School and another beautiful day in Southern California. It's so much nicer than my friends in Kansas who are handling snow right now. So we are in a good place to be. We're going to start opening ceremonies first. Let me introduce myself. My name is Teresa Clemmy, and I am the affiliate partner for the Southern California area. That's just a fancy title for head volunteer for all of this stuff. And my partner in crime is also an orange vest, and that is Patrick Brophy. He likes to keep it in the background, but if you see, oh, there he is in the door, taking away. He makes sure everything runs behind the scene. So, just to get started a little bit. First and foremost, I said it in the drivers meeting for parents that didn't hear. We will be advancing 3 teams to Worlds this year. It was originally supposed to be 2, but we were new to this. Give a hand raise. All right. Okay, but you've all been to a qualifier, so I'm going to skip over a lot of my normal stuff, but just to briefly go over, we have FTC is one of 4 levels that are part of the first experience. We have FLL Junior, so for those of you guys who have 5-year-old siblings, we can start robots at 5 years old. There's FLL Junior, there's FLL, and there's our level, which is first FTC, First Tech Challenge, and then there's also FRC. So both of those last 2 are 8th grade to 12th grade. As I've said before, this is my most favorite level because you guys really get to do side-by-side competition, and then you end up potentially competing against a team also. So in Los Angeles, we have 150 teams, which is quite amazing considering we've come off of 2 years of COVID. I'm so happy to see all of you folks here, our 36 teams. We're looking forward to a really fun day today. I do want to point out a little about volunteers. All of the people here are volunteers. There's nobody paid to do this work. So I want to thank all of you. Now, some people who are volunteers are a little crazy and they come to every event and they might not have a team anymore and they're not affiliated with anybody anymore, but they still come back. I love to have them. But a lot of my volunteers are associated with a lot of you people out here. And so what we do is we are all good-hearted, honest people who want to make sure our teams do the best and our kids do the best. We sign non-disclosures for those jobs that are more scoring related, not non-disclosures, sorry, conflicts of interest. So if by chance one of my referees is the dad of a team that's playing, it's in his best interest to be as fair as possible. However, I'm lucky today. We have 5 refs on this field, 5 refs on this field, and I only need 4 each. We will rotate out to the best of our ability. If one referee says, hey, you know what, that's my team, I'd like to not ref so that there's no question about it. We do this all the time. You guys just don't notice it and don't see it, and I just wanted to point that out because there has been some questions in the past. And the same with judging. So we have, I think this time, probably 18 judges. So we've worked really hard. Judges are a little bit different. I don't let any judge have an active team participating today because if they judge, they're not allowed to talk about the team when you're being evaluated. So that's just hurts you. So I make sure that none of our judges are associated with a team here today. They could have a team that played, 3 weeks ago and didn't make it this far, but they're definitely have some experience. And to be said about that, all our referees here have reffed typically at the league level. They've reffed their qualifier, and so they've been reffing all season. They are the best of our best. So I want to give a big clap out to our referees here. And then also to our judges. So you'll see them later. So that's a bit about volunteers, scholarships. I won't go over that again, but don't forget there are scholarships. Go to FTC or First Headquarters website, and there are scholarships out there for certain universities. And last but not least, before I hand it over to our MC, I do want to give a shout out to our school here, Monrovia High School, who has been doing championships for us now for 10 years. And I can't thank them enough. So a big shout out to Dr. Ryan Smith, our superintendent of Monrovia Unified School District, and then Flint Fertig, the interim principal at Monrovia High School. And then two people that I can't thank enough are Tom Dobson, who is around here somewhere on the side. He's just the physics teacher, but he makes this all happen for us. So a big thank you to Tom. And to Jennifer Anderson, who is the Monrovia Unified School District Board Clerk. That's her formal title, but she really kicks butt in the back behind the screen, making sure things go smooth. So I gotta thank her too. So with that said, I am gonna pass it over to Mike and let you take over for the ceremonies.
Good morning, First. How are we doing today? Oh, come on. It's early in the morning, but we can do better than that. How are we doing today? All right, we are going to have a great day of competition today. But before we get started, we do want to go over a couple logistical issues. So first off, there is going to be live streamed, and there's also brainstorms will be streaming as well. Their YouTube video. So you will see that there are some smaller tripods up here, so you can take a look at any of the competitions there. Also, for our competitors, since we have so many teams back here in the pits, we want to make sure that we limit it to 10 people per team back in the pits, please. So that's at a time, so you can rotate through, but just to try to keep our numbers down back there so we're not tripping over each other. All right, so outside here, we do have a concession stand. It is being offered by, here at Monrovia, the MASA, which is the Math and Science Academy. So they are running the concession stand, so please go out and support them. We also have right outside the doors here to the left, we do have Fine Designs. They are offering t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that. You can get the ones like you see the volunteers with the light green ones on. Plus they have some other stuff out there as well. So just go out there and visit Lily and she will help you get stuff, whatever it is you need here for your memorabilia. All right, so let's pay some bills real quick here. So first, each year, First creates new and exciting games for teams to compete and learn. In this year's season, First Forward, presented by Qualcomm, teams will explore how transportation drives us forward, impacting economies around the world and making us all more globally interconnected. First teams have the power to reimagine a path forward and invent the future of transportation. In the 2021-2022 First Tech Challenge game, Freight Frenzy, presented by Raytheon Technologies, teams and their robots must navigate a complex transportation system by traversing barriers and racing against time to load and deliver essential items to those who need them the most. The future of transporting relief to those in need is about inventing creative solutions, pushed by the recognition of the inefficiencies, inequities, and the choices we make around them. So will the teams be able to work together and deliver a solution in the race against time? Only time will tell. So right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the competition you will be seeing today.
Welcome to the first Tech Challenge 2021-2022 season game, Freight Frenzy, presented by Raytheon Technologies. A team consists of up to 2 driver operators, a coach, and a robot. The robot must be built from materials specified in the game manual and fit within an 18-inch sizing tool, but may expand after the match. A team consists of up to 2 driver operators, a coach, and a robot. The robot must be built from materials specified in the game manual. On a 12-foot square playing field with a foam tile floor and 1-foot-high walls. In the back of the field are taped-off warehouses, which are alliance neutral. Obstructing the warehouses are barriers that robots must drive over or around. At the front of the field are alliance-specific storage. Alliance-specific carousels are mounted on the front corners of the field walls. Alliance-specific barcode tape is located between the warehouses and the storage units. 4 navigation images are located around the field perimeter. 2 specific shipping hubs and a 3rd shared shipping hub are positioned as shown. Outside of the field wall, but not in a warehouse. The teams then place 1 preload box for each robot. A team may then decide to use their own shipping element in place of a dock on the barcode, or store their shipping element in the loading dock. The dock or shipping element on the barcode is then randomized to one of 3 locations. The players and field are now ready. Each match begins with a 30-second autonomous period. During this period, there are a number of ways for teams to score, using only pre-programmed instructions and sensor inputs. Delivering the duck from the carousel earns 10 points. Each piece of freight delivered to the Alliance's storage unit will earn 2 points. Each preloaded box placed on an Alliance's shipping hub earns 6 points. But there are ways to earn bonus points. If the box is placed on the correct level as indicated by the duck's location on the barcode, the Alliance earns a 10-point bonus. If a robot places its preload box on the level shown by its Alliance's shipping element position on the barcode, it will earn a 20-point bonus. A robot parked on its Alliance's storage unit earns 3 points. However, if the robot is parked completely in the storage unit, it will earn 6 points. A robot parked in the warehouse closest to its Alliance station earns 5 points. If the robot is completely inside the warehouse, it will earn 10 points. Following the autonomous period is the 2-minute driver control period. During this time, Alliances scored points by delivering freight to storage units and shipping hubs. For example, each piece of freight delivered to an Alliance's storage unit will earn 1 point. Freight scored on an Alliance's shipping hub will earn 2 points on a level 1. 4 points on a level 2, and 6 points on level 3. Each freight scored on the Alliance's side of the shared shipping hub will score 4 points for their alliance. The last 30 seconds of the driver control period is the end game. Robots may continue scoring freight, and there are also ways to earn bonus points. Delivering a duck or shipping element to the floor earns the Alliance 6 points. A balanced shipping hub at the end of the match earns 10 points. If an Alliance's section of the shared shipping hub is in contact with the tile floor, that Alliance earns 20 points. Robots parked in a warehouse earn 3 points. However, if the robot is parked completely in the warehouse, it earns 6 points. Each team's shipping element, fully supported by a shipping hub center pole or another team's cap shipping element, will earn 15 points. There are many ways to score in Freight Frenzy, but there are also rules that, if not followed, will deduct points from your alliance. For example, robots cannot interfere or interact with the opposing alliance shipping hub. Scoring elements may not be launched. Robots may not interfere with their opposing alliance's capping attempts. Only one duck or team shipping element is allowed on the carousel at a time. A robot may not cause an opposing alliance robot to become pinned, trapped, or blocked. This is just a brief summary of the Freight Frenzy game. For complete rules, please read the game manual and check the Q&A forum. And always remember the most important rule of First Tech Challenge: gracious professionalism. Good luck, teams, and have a great season.
All right, so after qualifying league, everybody understands the game, knows what's going on. So let's go ahead and make a few introductions here so you kind of know who you're seeing around. So you will see some yellow polos floating around. I don't think we have anybody in here right now. Our judges are the ones in the yellow polos, and they are led by Bob Meinhardt, and he is our head judge. You will see them around, especially as we get farther into the competition. They'll be watching how the teams interact and what they are doing on the field. So they've been here since 7 a.m. They have been interviewing teams. They're going over engineering notebooks, so they are busy the entire day making sure that they have all the awards and all the criteria taken care of. So you see them, that's why you know what's going on when you see the yellow shirts. Also would like to introduce our field technical advisors, or our FTA. So we have 2 of them today. So one of them is Dennis Barnes, over here on field number 2. And then we also have Phil Young, over here on field number 1. So these are people who take care of any software issues that are taking place. We cannot get connected. Anything that happens with their robots with the software, they will be here to help troubleshoot. One thing with that, we do have a lot of people here today, and these all run off of the Wi-Fi, so we please ask, if you have your phone hotspot turned on, please turn it off. It can cause interference, it can delay this and make this go longer and have our build up a lot of stress for our competitors. So please turn your hotspots off. Next, I would like to introduce our referees. So again, we have 2 head referees, one for field 1, one for field 2. So first off, we have Chris Yoder over here on field number 1. So he will be dealing with everything happening over here on this field, and over here on field 2, we have Dwayne Deaton. Same thing. So you will notice here, there are question mats next to each field, so hopefully we'll be able to get questions taken care of rather quickly with 2 head referees to be able to handle those questions, and we'll be able to move on, get this thing going very quickly, because we do have a lot of matches going on today. All right, so we do have a couple of hotspots on. We do have iPhone and then Frog 100. If you could please turn your spots off, that would help us out greatly. All right, so Teresa's already talked about what a great job our referees do, and you will see again a full set on either side, one for each field, and they will be switching out throughout the day to make sure that there's no conflict of interest. And then last but not least, we would like to thank our mentors, our coaches, and all of the parents who are here. Parents, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to get kids to and from both practices and the meets. And then our coaches and mentors, again, without them, the students would not have teams. We would not have these teams at the school. So how about a big round of applause for all these people? All right, so at the end of that last video, we talked about the gracious professionalism. So who better to explain this than our Dean's List Award winners? We gotta get the lights first so that way we can see this a little bit easier.
Hi, I'm Woody Flowers, and I've been part of FIRST for a long time. I really love how FIRST helps us learn that working hard can be fun and profoundly satisfying. In FIRST, we do our best work while helping others and treating folks with respect and kindness. This ethos is something I like to call gracious professionalism. As you go through this first season, please remember that it is extremely important. In fact, it's expected that you practice gracious professionalism. Everyone, FIRST students, coaches, parents, volunteers too. It's not always easy, but it will make FIRST a sweet experience. And it can have a big positive impact in all areas of your life. So go be kind and creative.
All right. So just a few minutes, we are going to get started with our qualification matches. We do have 45 qualification matches. Following those qualifications, we will have our alliance selections, beginning with our top 4 teams. So as we go throughout, we will have the scroller going up here on the screen. You will be able to see where your teams are in those standings as we move throughout the day. Remember, those scores are cumulative throughout the entire day. Okay? So after that, we will have the semifinals, and then the finals, and then following that, we will have the awards ceremony. All right, so with that, we're going to go ahead and give 1 second here to get everything caught up. All right, so at this time, we would like to ask everybody to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and face the flag on the wall on the plane of our national anthem. All right, so we are just about ready to begin. Over here, the field on your left will be field number 1. All odd number matches will take place on field number 1. On your right, you will see field number 2, and these will obviously be all of the even matches. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get our teams back to get ready. So, are you ready to rumble? All right, there are a few other voices you will be hearing today as well. So over here on field number 1, we have our game announcer, Steve Hovey. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please, Steve.
Hello, I am Stephen Hovey. I am over here on field number 1 to announce the odd matches. Yes.
All right, and over here on field number 2, we do have Stu Penrose.
Hey everybody, I'll be on all the other ones that aren't on, the good ones, the even ones.
All right, so we are ready to begin our 21-22 first challenge season state championships here at Monrovia High School. All right, so let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualifying match number 1. First, for the Red Alliance, we have team number 8039. They are Eyeball. And the partner, team number 12525.
It's Wolf Corp from Walnut High School in Walnut, California.
And the Blue Lions, we have team number 8624.
Spectrum, Monrovia Math and Science Academy in Monrovia High School, Monrovia, California.
And the partner, team number 5285.
The Robo Knights from Bishop Montgomery High School in Torrance, California.
All right, head referee, are you ready? Scorekeeper, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Red Alliance, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go!
And here we go with the first match of the day. All robots are moving in autonomous. We're adding some freight to the Alliance shipping hubs. Wolf Corp is running back and forth between the warehouse and the Alliance shipping hub, adding a few more during this autonomous period. Here comes the first duck. Almost to the ground, didn't quite come off for the Red Alliance, but 8039 does make it over.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Moving into the human control period. All 4 robots working on scoring more freight into the Alliance shipping hub. Back and forth, Wolf Corp goes. Their Alliance partner, 8039, also trying to pick up some freight in the warehouse. On the Blue Alliance, 8624 is in the warehouse. There's a couple more from the couple of freight in the shared shipping hub for the Red Alliance. $52.85 Robo Knights. They are lining up to be able to do the capping as soon as we get to the end game. Well, looks like they're going to add that to the top of the